Live from Las Vegas, broadcasting around the world. You're listening to Up is Higher Than Down with L.A. Walker. L.A. Walker. Raw and unfiltered conversations on how to give life's challenges the finger. Truth is your passport to emotional freedom. Give an eviction notice to negativity. Dump yesterday's garbage. Learn how to be positive, energized, healthy, and alive during these insanely unpredictable times. Look up, get up, stay up. Then help somebody else to get up. Remember, any part of up is higher than down. Now, broadcasting hope to the world, L.A. Walker.
How are you? Hopefully you're great, because we all say that anyway. How are you? I'm fine. I'm great. And sometimes we're not. I mean, you open your eyes, nothing has happened yet. The phone hasn't rung, the doorbell. There's no catastrophic news that you are aware of. You're just opening your eyes. You should be absolutely fine. And why are we not fine sometimes? Because we're dragging stuff from yesterday or yesterdays into today. And that is why I have an affirmation that helps me. I'm going to share it with you. I hope that it helps you too. It's called OPA. OPA. O-P-A. Let me be open, present, and available. It keeps me grounded in the morning, because I'm no different than anyone else. If I got wounded in the battle of yesterday, it's subject to I wake up thinking about it. Wake up having those conversations. Negativity, like, no, you can't start your day like that. Those thoughts may visit you, but once you say OPA, it puts you in perspective that, listen, I need to deal with today. I don't have energy to do yesterday and today. Think about it. OPA. We are continuing our Dementia and Caregiver Awareness series. And today I'm so excited because I have a friend, Chuck Stutz, and I cannot wait to share our conversation, because Chuck is a proven friend in the time of great need. And I will tell you folks that whether you are the person carrying the illness or caring for the person, being able to lean and depend upon friendship during that time is everything. We'll be back right after this.
Friendship. We were friends, we've always been. I don't remember how we begun. All I know is when I need someone to care, you're right there. When you don't understand, you reach out and gently touch my hand and tell me it'll be alright. Girl, get some sleep tonight. I can tell you all the crazy mistakes I made, and you never pulled me down. Our tucks are on looks, you never spread them around, never spread them around. Friendship is a gift from above, more than my trust and secured with love. Friendship makes you feel secure, even when life is so unsure. Friendship, you're committed, it's always there when you need it. So be careful how you treat it. Friendship.
You're listening to Up is Higher Than Down with L.A. Walker.
Chuck, it's always great to chat with you. You're such a humanitarian, and we've been friends for a very long time, both of us serving our communities in our various ways. So I welcome you in this conversation today. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. Busy but happy, and glad to be doing something to raise dementia awareness. It was really nice seeing you at the play, The Wonderful World of Was, as well as a lot of our friends who came out to support us and to support the issue. Tell me, how do you feel that the play came over, and how did you feel that it benefits dementia awareness?
I really enjoyed the play. All the performances were on point. I was especially touched by, the performance of the actor who played the lead role. Everyone's empathetic towards dementia or anything that, any type of illness or disease. Empathy just normally comes along with it. But I just couldn't take my eyes off of him during the performance. And I just did the little moments in time where he would just stop because he forgot what he was talking about, or, his mind was cloudy. It hit me. It hit me quite hard because it brought back memories of, my grandmother, who I lost to dementia many years ago, like 15 years ago. And I think the play does a fine job in raising awareness, because interestingly enough, what I liked about the play was that, and a lot of people don't consider the people that are caregivers in any type of, assistance to people that are struggling with whatever they're struggling with. The focus is always on the patient, so to speak. And of course it should be, but there should be some, awareness or time, a time stop and someone to reach out to someone that's caregiving, because they really don't have anyone. It's basically in front of them 24 hours a day. And, I can't even imagine having to go through that.
Well, you were by my side with my spouse when we first accepted the fact that she had dementia. And it was nice having you guys there to talk to and to share with, and allowing her to share her journey, because you guys were the only people that she would actually acknowledge that she had dementia with. I didn't tell you that, but she didn't want people to know. And I get it, because people can be overly empathetic and just patronizing and that sort of thing. And so it was nice that you were there and that she could feel free to talk and to listen. And I used to watch you guys a lot because as the time moved on, and you could see her deteriorating more, I could see you tear up. And I got it. And it was comforting to know that someone else had feelings for our situation.
Most definitely. That was tough.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
I remember we were all at an event. I think it was the Red Dress event.
That's what it was.
Where you asked me to keep an eye on her, and I did. Andrew and I were sitting both at the table and everything. And I remember, I did literally keep my eye on her, because I knew that, you turn your back. It's kind of like a child in a department store with a parent. It's almost the same scenario, because, you don't know what's going to happen. They might just think that they're somewhere else, or think that that's the place you're not supposed to be and want to leave. Right. If that makes sense.
No, Chuck, I lost Terry on a cruise. I took her on a cruise. I lost her on a cruise 3 times.
Okay.
The last time I was in tears, I was out of my mind, because you know how large a cruise ship is, right? So right. I can't find her. I'm going up and down the elevator. I'm going back to the cabin. I'm going back to all the places we had been. At this point now, I'm deciding, you know what? You got to quit playing around. You're going to have to let the captain know that she is lost and make it all. So just when I made that decision, the elevator doors opened. Our cabin was on the 10th floor, but the elevator doors opened to the 7th floor, and there she was standing, so lost. And I was so happy to see her. I just, I jumped off and I grabbed her, and I realized it wasn't going to do me any good to ask her what she was doing on the 7th floor.
Right.
So right. I didn't. And as we continued the cruise, I did not realize, but there were people that were observing our situation. And they came up to me after that episode, and they said, "We'll help you with her." Oh, Chuck. Oh, my God, my heart. In fact, I'm still in communication with all of them today.
Really?
And yeah, and they allowed us to join them. You know, when you get off and you do excursions and things like that. And so we traveled with them through the rest of the cruise. We ate with them and drank with them, and relaxed and so forth. And it was just so wonderful that happened. But it was very scary.
It's a blessing when something positive comes out of the negative situation.
Absolutely,
And especially when you don't expect it. It's even more of a warm surprise.
Right.
Because you're dealing with a lot there.
It's a lot.
Just
It is definitely a quiet crisis. And so I want to do everything, and Marcia wanted to do everything, bring this to the forefront so that people would not be afraid to talk about it. And that's why we added a little music and a little comedy to it, because other than that, I don't think it would be palatable. It's too much information, Anthony Van. Anthony, having had an experience and memory loss with West Nile virus, when I approached him, because we had worked on several projects prior to this, when I approached him, I wanted him for the lead, and he kind of put me off a little bit. I found that odd because he had never done that before, but I didn't question him. So I said, I tell you what, I need you perhaps to look at 2 roles as an understudy, and he said, okay, I'll do that. Well, as I really did need him to take the lead and come out of understudy status, I found out in conversation he didn't want to do it because he has memory loss and he was afraid he wouldn't be able to master his lines. That's what it really came down to. And so at the very last minute, a week prior to the second performance, I approached him about taking that lead. And oh my gosh, he did the best that he could. I told him, do what you do. The cast rallied around. I made them aware that this is the real dementia play now. This is really the deal. Because here's someone with memory loss, and we have to understand that he's not going to know his lines. We have to treat him just like you would if you were caring for a dementia patient. And so I'm glad to hear you say that. You noticed it and it came off, because that is exactly what needed to happen. And that's what we must do. We must normalize dementia. There's so many people with it.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that, man.
Yeah. What are we going to do? We keep throwing people away and isolating people and, treating people as though they have nothing else to contribute in life. And that's not true. So.
I thought about you the other day, and I totally forgot to share this with you, but I saw this. I think it was, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Never mind. Strike that. Okay. Silly me. No. It was part of your program.
Oh.
It was like, there was a part in the program, like before it started, where they were talking about this restaurant that hires.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Silly me. Now, see, I just had a senior moment right there. I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's good that I just brought it up, because you know what? That's a fine example.
Perfect example.
Right. And I also think that this hiding away people and just putting them somewhere,
it's awful.
is just kind of like, I don't know. It's just, I know that some people, it's a necessity because they don't have the faculties to deal with it themselves.
Right.
Right. But they tend to also just totally forget about them.
That's terrible. You're rushing them away then. Because they have you have no function. You have no purpose. You have no life.
Right.
And
exactly.
so, I took Terry with me, and you know that everywhere I went, I never stopped until she was physically not able to do it. Physically not able. Not because of her, her mental limitations, her cognitive decline had nothing to do with it. Because I knew that she would at least get a smile, because she loved to laugh. She was very vibrant and very social. And so she loved to laugh. And, I couldn't go off and leave her in the house. Mm-hmm. That's insane to me. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and also, too, you can't, you can't really leave a person, especially deep in a state of dementia because a simple thing like frying an egg can become almost disastrous.
Chuck, that's why we wound up I moved into that senior living place because Terry almost set herself on fire trying to cook. And, there were other things she started wondering, and so I had to make a decision. I wasn't ready to go live in a senior place, but I had to make a decision that I needed help. And so she needed security, and she needed friends and people around her, and not to be isolated. And I was so happy that I made that decision, and that she got a chance to exercise and dance and draw and laugh. It was beautiful to see, and it also was the only way that I could have a moment's break of fresh air, because, she would go and exercise, and that was an hour for me. I was like, yeah, that's great. I need this hour. Because let me tell you, I don't care how much you love somebody. When a person is in that cognitive decline where they're saying the same thing over and over again, or they're, accusatory, they think you've stolen something from them, or they can't remember your name, those things are maddening. And you need a rest from those things so that you can re-enter into their atmosphere in a pleasant frame of mind, taking a rest from it and coming back. So.
Right, exactly.
So that brings us to our fundraiser on February the 28th. It's on a Wednesday from 6 to 9 at Scotty's at Tuscan Highlands. We have Scotty's inside of Tuscan Highlands apartment complex, which is really, really convenient. It's very beautiful. And it's going to be a 4-course wine pairing with a lot of fun with food and raffles and a live auction. And the money that we raise will be used to continue the works that we're doing with the play, The Wonderful World of Was, and also soon we will release details of a respite program that we are designing, and we've almost completed that mission, but we're looking forward to not just doing the play, but to offer services and workshops.
And like you mentioned before, and we talked about this, offline conversations and everything, that there is so much information out there that can be of service to people. There's assistance, there's programs, there's small word, there's help for people.
You're listening to Up is Higher Than Down with L.A. Walker.
Hi, may I interrupt your life for just a moment? I want to talk to you about the RISE registry. What's that? RISE stands for Research Inclusion Supports Equity. The registry is for LGBTQIA plus people 18 and older who have memory concerns or a memory loss diagnosis such as Alzheimer's disease or a related dementia. Also, someone that might be helping care for someone with memory loss or memory loss diagnosis. RISE is a research study. It's being conducted by Emory University, the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. The RISE study includes a research registry created to help ensure that the LGBTQIA plus community is represented in Alzheimer's research. RISE. Research Inclusion Supports Equity. Equity, yes. We want to be counted. We want to be counted in the creation and distribution of any services that will help improve our lives. Please go to the RISE Registry, theriseregistry.org. Sign up. Get registered so that we can all rise together.
But I imagine for a lot of people, it's very most people don't really like to ask for help.
No.
They don't. They go, I can take care of this. But and like you mentioned before, a lot of people's experiences with dementia are always, for the first time, okay, where they're not trained. They're not trained emotionally. They're not trained professionally to even start to deal with it. All they know is that their loved one is in trouble. So of course, your gut tells you, this is my loved one. I want to help them. Okay.
Right.
It's my responsibility, but you've also got to consider that to get them the best care and the best help, for both of you, for both the person that's going through it, and also specifically, especially the caregiver. Right?
You bring up a great point, but I want to add to that point. Unfortunately, I don't care how large a family is or small, there seems to be often one person that assigns themselves dutifully to the situation. And part of that is denial on the part of the remaining friends, community, or family members. Family members are just totally in denial because they don't see the rawness. They're not there 24/7. And by the time that they are involved to that level, the party is in such decline that no longer matters. They don't know you're there anymore.
You're listening to Up is Higher Than Down with L.A. Walker.
Have a good day.
Listen, if you're looking for a place to stay, you can stay anywhere. But if you're looking for a place to live that was intentionally built to help you celebrate your life and enjoy resort-style community living every single day, then you need to take a tour of Illumina on Raiders Way. Take that tour today. Call 702-919-7243. Illumina on Raiders Way. Take the tour today and let them know that you heard about Illumina on Raiders Way on Up is Higher Than Down with L.A. Walker. Schedule your tour today, 702-919-7243. Illumina on Raiders Way.
Have a good day.
Scotty's Restaurant and Lounge, located inside of Tuscan Highlands Apartments. What an incredible view. Whether you are coming out to watch sports, celebrate a special occasion, or just hang out, eat good food, have a lot of fun, and be surrounded by an incredible view. Scotty's Restaurant and Lounge, Tuscan Highland Apartments in Southern Highlands.
And we want to do everything that we can to kind of ease the complication and get the community involved in understanding that people that are caring for loved ones, they need your help. They need rest from their journey. They need someone to talk to and to laugh with and to someone to encourage them. But they need you to step in and give them a few hours off, a day off, figure something out so that they can get a break. Because over 30% of caregivers die in the process of providing care. That's a large number.
Mm-hmm. That's totally unacceptable.
Totally.
Are you ready? Social Issues Theater presents a 4-course wine pairing fundraiser. JYC Family Importers is presenting Italian wines from the vineyards of Sesquin Giulio. Those wines will be paired with delectable bites prepared by Scotty's Restaurant and Lounge. It's going to be a great evening of fun and philanthropy. Raffles, live auctions, and entertainment. Patrice Isley is going to perform for us. You know, Patrice has a 5-octave silky voice, and she's worked on numerous tours with over 30 A-list recording artists. Artists, you know the names: Gladys Knight, Barry White, El DeBarge, just to name a few. We look forward to her singing her latest release, Harvest for the World. You remember that song? The Isley Brothers. Oh yeah, that was one of their biggest hits. So visit eventbrite.com, Social Issues Theater Wine Fundraiser. Get your tickets, which will be a passport to an evening of fun and philanthropy, as together we raise dementia and caregiver awareness. That's 6 p.m. Wednesday, February the 28th at Scotty's Restaurant and Lounge, 12656 Southern Highlands Parkway, inside Tuscan Highlands.
You're listening to Up is Higher Than Down with L.A. Walker. L.A. Walker.
You can find this event on Eventbrite under Social Issues Theater, and it's going to say Wine Pairing Event Fundraiser. We certainly would appreciate it if you would come out and support us if you're local. And if you're not and you appreciate the work that we are doing, there is a box there that you can make a donation. And even if you want to make a donation and have someone else utilize a ticket, that'd be great. However you give, however you support us, we certainly appreciate it. This is a big job, and we just can't do it by ourselves, so we appreciate your help.
Of course.
Thank you, Chuck. Have a great, great day.
You do the same.
All right.
Listen to Up is Higher Than Down with L.A. Walker to follow up, make comments, discuss today's podcast, or find out how you can become a guest and share your victory over a negative life event. Follow L.A. Walker. Up is Higher Than Down on Facebook. Look up, get up, stay up. Remember, any part of Up is higher than down.